Okay, so this is my geometry scavenger hunt that's going to be done through Kitely, specifically through Marion Island. So to get started, you're going to have to join and enter Kitely, and then you're going to start in the healthcare building on Marion Island. And I did ask Dr. O'Connor's permission to use this island to host my game, so I just wanted to give her some representation there. Okay, so let's go to Kitely. Alright, so here we're in the healthcare building, and, if I was actually setting up this game with a group of my students, I would have the clues posted right up here on a board or some type of presentation so they could see. But for the sake of just having these clues, I'm going to do it through a PowerPoint. Okay, so right on that board in the healthcare building, you would see the first clue. So the first clue is going to be to take a ride on something that maps onto itself after a 45-degree turn. Now, for students playing this game, they would obviously have to be very familiar with the island to know what it consists of. But that clue is talking about a certain shape that if you turn it 45 degrees, everything will correspond to itself. Alright, and that specific shape is actually going to be let me back up a little. Alright, and that specific area is going to be this playground area, and we can see that a Ferris wheel, alright, let me back up here, a Ferris wheel with these 8 turns will, every time we turn it 45 degrees, it's going to map right onto itself. So this is where the students would pick up their next clue, and again, it would pop up here. There would be some type of delivery. So our second clue is come play a game where the diameter of the ring must be greater than the other object in order to win. Alright, so since we're going to be playing a game, that's going to be leading us to our game area. So I'm going to fly on over there and see where that clue might take us. And that one was specifically looking for a game where the diameter of one object has to be greater than the other one. And so that's going to be this ring toss game. In order for you to win this game, that ring has to be greater than the top of the bottle. And so this is where the students would receive their next clue. So their next clue would be that a gas tank has a cylindrical shape. And if the radius of the tank is 4 inches and the height is 12 inches, calculate the amount of gas it will take to fill up half the tank. So because we're talking about filling up our gas tanks, we're going to want to go somewhere on the island that has pumping station. All right, and so that's going to bring us to this part of our island, and if we look around, here are our gas stations. So again, once we get here, we would be given another clue. And of course, they can look around the island using this little mini map here or the world map to help them navigate. So their fourth clue is going to consist of 3 different problems, and the solution of each of these 3 problems are actually going to be the coordinates of the next location. So this first one, when you end up solving it, you're going to get a coordinate of 20 or a solution of 20. This next one, when you end up solving this, you will get an answer of 194. And then for this one, when you end up solving it, you'll get an answer of 22, which means we're going to the coordinates 20, 194, 22. So we'll go explore those coordinates on Marion Island. So by typing those coordinates in, it will bring them to this location. And within this location, the students will find yet another clue. In this case, this is going to be the last clue. So let's take a look at it. So our final clue, head to the house that's top half is built from 6 similar right triangles. So again, in order for students to be able to easily navigate through this island, they'd have to be really familiar with all the different structures and objects and places on the island. So let's head to that area right now. Okay, and after looking around for a while, we should find our building, and let me back up a bit. Our building whose top half is made from 6 similar triangles. So when I was flying, it actually was from a different angle and it looked a little bit better. But I'm talking about this one right here. We've got 1 triangle, 2, 3, and then the same ones on the other side. So 6 similar right triangles. And again, when I was flying, they looked a little bit clear. But this is where they would end up, and they could have a little discussion here with their other classmates about the scavenger hunt and so forth. So this is just a little prototype of a geometry scavenger hunt within a virtual island.